Hi everyone, welcome to Worldmakers. I'm here with Sam Chang from LG. It's great to have you here, Sam. I know how busy you are and you've had such a great show, it seems to me. I'd love to hear you talk a little bit about smart TV because it's what the buzz is here at CES, but it's also, I think, people don't really understand smart TV. Can you explain that a little bit?
I guess smart by definition means not the device is smart, but you, as a consumer, you can actually do a lot more interesting things. And as technology evolves, I can talk a lot about things about how our TV has a dual-core CPU and quad-core graphics. And for a lot of techie types like me, I think that's exciting. But for average consumer, it's not really about what's underneath the hood, but what can I do? Is it easier to use? Does it give me access to better content, more content easily? So as you see on the floor today, we'll talk about great 3D visual quality, how thin the TV is, but really how easy it is to use for average consumers. And I think, I wish I brought a remote we're actually shipping this year. We're actually taking buttons away. It only has 8 buttons or less.
One of the biggest things we're fascinated with in our business is the role of TV in terms of media consumption. And it sounds to me, hearing you talk about the quality of what you're doing with your TV, that it really will have an impact on the viewer experience and connectivity and relationship with TV. What insights do you have about the influence of that in terms of even viewership? How will that affect the amount of consumption that consumers have with the TV? I mean, even in terms of your own personal experience.
So, compared to 10 years ago, there's a lot more avenue to consume media, from a mobile device to tablet and PC. But what has been interesting is that TV viewing time actually has gone up last 10 years, according to Nielsen. And I think because at the end of the day, people are very social, and you can consume content when you're in a subway or you're waiting for your kids to get picked up from school. But when you're at home, I think you'll gravitate towards the best screen or the best experience, which are TVs, and be able to watch that content and consume it with other folks, your friends and family.
But you mentioned mobile as well. I mean, it seems like that's going to be the other big explosion with another screen where consumers can view content, which is another big part of what I see happening more and more around the world, actually. Yes.
So again, it's proliferation of I call it glass.
Right.
From all the way from a 2-inch to 5-inch, 10-inch, now all the way to 85-inch,
right.
And being able to leverage all those glasses, get the best experience, I think is really exciting. And as you said, being able to do a lot of navigation or interaction on mobile, but when you want to consume it, filling into a big screen TV in a big 85-inch OLED in 3D, I think that's the exciting future. Actually, it's pretty close.
Sam, you just had some very interesting news in the New York Times about how you're being innovative in connecting with the advertising community. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, about a couple of months ago we made an announcement in New York Times with a company called Yumi. It's a startup in Silicon Valley. How LG is working with Yumi to run smart TV advertising using their network and Salesforce. And we also announced Toyota as one of the lead advertiser. And what's really exciting for a lot of advertisers is with smart TV, you bring a lot of the targetability and interactivity you get on the PC, but still deliver the great brand immersive experience that traditional PC or web browser was not able to do. So you really get the best of both targeting and branding advertising. And I think just a couple of days ago, Samsung also announced they selected Yumi as their ad platform partner. So as you can see, Samsung and LG are great competitor in this TV domain, but we actually welcome them because number one, really validates our view of how it's evolving. Number two, from the advertiser perspective, nobody wants a fragmented advertising technology or ecosystem.
Well, Sam, I think this has been a great conversation because I think you're providing a lot of insights that will add fuel to the fire about the viability of TV going forward into the future. So again, thank you for spending the time with us, and thank you for spending the time with Worldmakers.